Neil Yadav. Hope you like my previous videos. Yesterday we discussed about Hello World Kotlin. I'm going to explain more in details about this program. Okay. So what we are doing here, generally we have created first Hello World Kotlin file, and we just created this function main Hello World. Okay. So what we are doing here, let's go through it. So we are doing this is fun. So what is fun? Basically this is the keyword. So in each programming language we need to define the function is like unit of block of the code which is doing the single purpose to execute some features of the program. Okay, so I'm saying here is the function, and I'm giving the name of the main function, and this is the starting and closing braces, and then again we are studying the closing bracing. And so what is this about it? So this is the keyword, and this is the name of the function, and here this function is not taking any parameters, and this function is not returning anything. You can define here is unit, like so unit is something, this is not returning anything at all. Okay, so this is redundant, do you no need to write, we can remove it. So main method is generally is predefined signatures, like each programming language have, we have to follow it according to their syntax. So in Kotlin, earlier previous version, we have to define, like here is args. Okay, args, and we need to define here array of string. Okay, so array of string. So this is the like signature, standard signature like the Java we have. So let's compare with the Java. So suppose if we want to print hello world in Java, how we can write here? We just need to create the class. We can say hello Java. Okay, that's fine, like give any name and class, not interface, sorry, it's class. Okay, and here we don't need to say public, it's not required. And generally we do psbm. So if you, this is shortcut, basically this is template. So psbm, so this is public static void main. So this is complete signature uh, of the Java programming. So if we want to print hello world, this is the entry point of the program. We need to print this, we need to write out. So this is shortcut system.out.println, and then we need to put hello world here string. Okay, and then we can run here with hello world. Okay, so it's going to print it hello world in Java. Okay, hello world's printed. So if you see in Java, we need to provide, like we need to define the class name, then first we need to define a public static main. But if you see in Kotlin, you just need to define a function main, it will work for you. So we need like less ceremony, like less code to you write to, and this is saying is unnecessary, we don't need it. Because if you are passing parameters some in our, while you are running your program in command line, you are passing some parameters, we need to define arguments here. But basically we are not defining any arguments, so we, let's remove it, and let's make it clean and well concise way. Okay, so basically what is this? If you see this program running it, basically, so we are saying function main, and again we are calling here one more function println, and we are passing hello world as a string. So in this hello world, if you see here, we are creating one more line here. So println means print something and give me the new line. So let's remove the ln, means new line, and run it again. So I'm doing the command R. I think if you see the shortcut here is coming command shift R. So we can run directly from this one. So if I'm using Mac, so command shift R. So no, not it's working. So command shift R. No, control shift R, sorry. So control shift R, if you do, it will going to run for it. Shortcuts, keyword shortcut, if you remember, it's really good to move things fast. So here if you see, it's new line is not generating. So if you want to print something, print ln, and we need to push inside hello again, and we can just run option shift R. So it's going to print again control shift R. So if you see, right, it's printing again the same line. So print means just print address in console, and if you are saying print and then give the new line, so now it's creating a new line after printing hello again. So function is just a basic block of the code. You write a single unit of the code, and that is going to do one job for you generally, and you can run it a function. So suppose if you want to create one more function, that's we need to define add some function like print like add two number. So we can say define, this is the template Kotlin by default give to you in IntelliJ IDEA. So suppose I want to define two parameters, so it's going to add two number. So I'm saying this is the my function sum, okay, and this is the variable name x, and I'm going to take two number integer and y again one integer. So if you see already is any, right, so any means you can give any number, but I'm going to define this integer data type the way we have string data type. So we have different data type in Kotlin, similar we have in Java. So we are saying this is unit, I'm saying it will going to return integer, okay, and I'm going to say return x plus y, okay. So this is the function we have defined. So we are saying function, this is the function name. This function is going to take integer type parameters and y again integer parameters and going to return integer type, and with going to sum it up and going to returning it. So this return keyword we need to must define, because why, because we are saying it's going to be return something, so we can't say it's not going to return. If you don't want to return something, you can say unit, or you can remove it at all. It's not required, okay. But if I'm saying it's going to return something, I have to must define. So this is basic signature of the function, and we need to return something, okay. And suppose this is defined, or now function is defined, but we need to call that function somewhere to use these features. So I'm going to say val z sum, I need to pass something to add it 5 comma 6. So it's going to add, and I need to print something to just show it what value in it. So if you see the println function, this is so many overloaded type function, like we have character type, byte type. So these are data type, this is the function already exists for us. So let's print this one, sum of x and y is $z, okay. So this is string template we are using. In string you just need to put dollar, it will print for you, so we don't need to go. So if you just run it, so it's printing here 11, okay. If your function is like just one line, or you are not doing a lot of thing in your function, you can remove this redundant code, don't need it. So we can say x return, this function is going to return just x plus y. So just this is also same thing, right? It's by default implicitly, right, it's giving the same feature, you don't need to do that. That's why we are saying Kotlin is type inference. So the things you can do more concise way, and you need to write minimum line of the code. So this is really looks more like fluent way we are writing the code here, right? So this way we can do the same thing. But if you want to Java, again you need to define the function that when say is going to be integer some int. So this is the different signature we need to write, int x comma int y, okay. Then we can say return x plus y, okay. So we need to put semicolon, otherwise not going to work. So this is the same kind of function we are defining, but here is we can see it's different way we are writing, okay. So this one is the Java, we can do that. So I'm just trying to give you difference, what you are might be you have written in Java, but what you can do same thing in Kotlin, okay. So here I'm trying to explain about the function and variable. So this is, you see that this is val means once you have defined this kind of value, you can't change it. So suppose if I want to change some value of z to assign 4 5, so if you see them, I'm getting error. So these are the immutable variables. Once you define, you can't reassign something. If you want to reassign something, we have to make as a var. So this way we can define like variables and function in Kotlin. And let's organize more good way this code. So we can say we need to create a package. Package is just a folder structure how you manage your code. Like we can put similar structure of similar kind of code module in one package and a different package. So I'm going to create one more package here, com.aiods.learning. Okay, so here I am doing the creating the package. Let's move out this code into this block, so it's more structured way is going to be managed. And let's remove this Java code. Alright, so it's removed. I will going to commit this code in my GitHub, so I will share the link in this description, so you can refer it if something you are not able to follow it in this discussion. Okay, and one more thing I want to define why we need Kotlin, more details. So if you go to Kotlin languages, yesterday I already showed to you. So why is Kotlin? So it's saying modern, concise and same programming language. So suppose if you in Java we want to create a class, right? So we are defining the model, that the customer name, email, company. So generally we need to define uh, like lot of class things to be defined there. But in Kotlin you need to just say data class, and this is going to define everything for you, like us, like setter, getter, has, equal code, string, copy. You can do that. And here we also it's like it's also safe. So here if you say safe means you will not get any compile like null pointer exceptions, and and in compile time you know what is wrong with this code, right? And interpretable. So we can use like JVM, any JVM library you can use with Kotlin. That's not an issue. All right. So in this section I just explain all those things. Hope you like this video, and please subscribe and like. I need your support and your feedback so that in future video I will add all those things. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you like it.